Hello friends, hope you all are fine. We are back again with yet another episode of ArtLit, and today we have with us author Monika Khatwani, who is an author, corporate trainer, life skills coach, motivational speaker, and a counseling psychologist. She published her book Life Skills for Adults in April 2022, which is available on Amazon.
But before beginning today's session, let me tell you that ArtLit is an art and literary community that is a platform to bring stories of storytellers, artists, writers, and the literature enthusiasts. On this platform, we publish conversations, stories about people who have made significant contributions in the field of art, literature, no matter how big or small.
ArtLit invites and seeks stories in similar genre. If you would like to share your own story with us or of someone you know, then please write to us at artlitcommunity@gmail.com or connect us through our social handles, the links for which we have given in the description box below.
Monika Khatwani is an author, corporate trainer, life skills coach, motivational speaker, and a counseling psychologist, and has been coaching and training in various corporates and educational institutes. She was awarded as top 60 speakers around the world in Global Talent Awards, and she was awarded with the prestigious Women of Significance Award. She has published many scholarly papers, including Impact of Stress on Immunity in Corporate Employees and Leadership and Motivation. Her recently published book is Life Skills for Adults. So welcome.
Thank you so much, Hemati. Thank you so much for inviting me.
How are you, Monika?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm also good, thanks. So, Monika, tell us one thing, like you have been multitasking and juggling so many work profiles at a time. You are a corporate trainer, a motivational speaker, an author, and a psychologist, psychological counselor. And you are also pursuing your research right now. So how do you maintain a balance between all these and still hone each profile equivalently?
Okay, first of all, I would like to appreciate every one of us because everyone is multitasking. That's what I believe. If you can see a woman holding a baby in her hand, cooking lunch or dinner, and then doing other household chores. So I believe that every one of us has something and we can focus on something what we want to do. So it's not that I'm getting extra time for something, is that I have made myself a time matrix wherein I figure out that what are some important tasks to do, what are urgent and important, what are urgent and not important, what are important, not urgent, and which are important, not urgent. So I follow this time matrix, and trust me, I believe that every one of us is multitasking. It's just that what we are giving the priority to something at certain point of time.
Right. So let's talk about your latest published book, Monika, Life Skills for Adults. It is self-help book to learn to deal with mental health issues. Being a professional counselor yourself, how do you think this book will help people, and is it possible to heal ourselves?
First of all, I would like to answer your second question. Yes, definitely it is possible to heal ourselves because it begins from ourselves. The problem lies in us, the solution lies in us. That's what I believe. So counselors also, what they do, they don't give you the advice. Actually, if you will see the professional counselors, they never give you advice. What they do is that they ask you certain questions after questions, so that you can come up with the answers. So by this book, what I have tried to do, I have given certain activities, given certain things to do, wherein people can actually, if they would be doing it, they would be coming out of the different answers from themselves. And I believe once you are able to, your strength lies in you. Nobody can tell you that what is your strength. So by this, my first chapter, if you would see that it talks about the SWOT analysis, where I have spoken about find out your strengths. People can find out one strength, two strength. I have asked people to find out their 10 strengths. It would require a lot of thinking. It would require a lot of brainstorming. But yes, once you come out of it, you will know that what actually you are. My intention by this book is to take out the positive out of you. And if you have something anxiety or anger issues or anything trauma, you just work on it step by step. I have given the step by step process over in my book, wherein if I feel the people, which I actually use in counseling, so I feel the people, if they would do by themselves, they would be able to come up with a better person, come up as a better person and a better human being.
Right. So on that note, Monica, like I wanted to ask, like people generally take life skills as an additional skill, not generally understanding the importance of life skills, which should be given equal importance, just as any other technical skill. So especially in this era when stress levels are at uh, are so high, and everybody's so tense and pressurized, how much do you think it is important to impart life skills as a part of the curriculum in schools, for especially for children?
Uh, to be very true, Akila, I believe it should be uh, forcefully, or it should be actually included into the curriculum. The reason being because when the child develops, and slowly the brain develops of the child, we learn how to learn English, Hindi, maths, other subjects. But when the people start facing the problems in their life, they don't know what to do. You might have seen and you might have observed the people going in depression at the age of 14, 15. The children go in the depression at the age of, like, they are saying, I'm feeling depressed at the age of 10. The parents come to me and say that my child is depressed at the age of 10. So it is very strange to notice the children at those age feeling depressed, feeling like the teenage people are doing the suicide.
Yeah,
So
true.
they do know that our education system do know the English, Hindi, math, science, they what they need to choose after 10, but they are not focusing on that how to survive in life. That is very important. So life skills, according to me, should be a part of the curriculum from the school, so that
Right.
people should understand. Because if you would see, the WHO has given the 10 life skills, so that
Mm.
includes the self-awareness, problem solving, critical thinking, creative thinking, interpersonal communication, emotional management, stress management, and so on. So all these skills, just imagine if are being taught from the school time, how positive the person would develop. They would know that how to maintain a balance in their emotions. They would know that how to do the stress management by themselves. They would know if they would face the problems in their life, how they would be able to solve it. So this curriculum, if it is included in the school or in colleges, because I have recently given the life skills training in a college, and while observing and doing a little research, we found out the people who were given the life skills training and the people who were not given the life skills training, there is a huge difference in the thought process of the people. So the people who were given the life skills training, they are more positive, they are more emotionally stable, they know what to choose and how to solve the problems, not the big
Right.
problems because it was a course. But yes, when we try to give them some exercise, to the people who have done the life skills training and to the people who haven't done it, there was a huge difference found. So if we start this technique from the school level, definitely it would bring a change. And I would personally say that not only the mental health will be good for the people, but also the emotional health.
Right.
So
Interesting.
seriously, very interesting. And Monica, I have seen that there are two very differential aspects on this topic of mental health. That some people would, just say that it's a taboo, and they would not just talk about it, even if they are feeling low and things are happening to them, they'll not speak up. Or there will be some people who will be, a small, thing which has given them a little bit of sadness, they will say that, oh god, I am so depressed. So what is the thought process that would bring balance and awareness to this issue? What do you think?
Okay. first of all, I would like to utilize the word depression. When you say that I'm feeling depressed, the people have thought that every little sadness is called depression. While when we talk about in clinical psychology, the depression is if you have the same sad emotions for 15 days continuously and you haven't laughed, you haven't smiled, same sort of emotion, then it is called depression. So, first of all, I would suggest people not to use the negative words because negative attracts negative. So don't use the negative words that I am feeling depressed. Oh, I'm feeling little low. That will be better than saying that I'm depressed. So you cannot imagine how depressed people look like. So I would personally prefer people not to use this word till the time you are not 15 days in a like a custody of feeling sad. So please don't use this word. And definitely mental health is taboo, especially in India, because people feel that only the people with like who are mad goes to mental health professionals or the psychologist. But trust me, if you have any small issue, like if I said if you're not depressed but if you're feeling low sometimes, let that not be converted into depression. For that purpose, can people also can visit psychologist. If you're feeling angry, so I'll give you an example. Even for example, if somebody is feeling angry and where or is having short tempered, we usually say the person is having the short tempered, but there could be so many reasons for that. If we go to the psychoanalysis, if we do psychoanalysis is something that we take the persons in the past, not in the past life, but like 2 years back, 3 years back, 4 years back, something like that. So sometimes we find out there are so many dispositions that are into the mental health, or I would say human brain. Like suppose a child who was not getting the atmosphere where he could speak out. Maybe the family atmosphere was so conservative. So he was inside and inside was trying to talk, but he was not getting the information where he could be listened. So he developed a certain sort of anger. Or maybe the second situation is a child who has seen the his maybe his parents fighting, but he did not have the right to talk that time. He was always stopped not to talk. So there is an aggression inside that has been suppressed, that the person or the child wants to save his mom or something like that he want to do, but he was always suppressed. So that suppression that he had from the childhood, that slowly and slowly is going to burst out when he's going to be adult. Now when there is nobody to control him or control her, the anger would burst out because now he knows that he could express. So for small little reasons like anger, anxiety, it's not that it is not that something that comes at the certain moment of time on the spot. It can be the suppressed emotions that are coming in front because now you're getting an open environment to express out. So there could be many reasons. And so even if you're angry, the people don't feel that they need the mental health professional because it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be anxious. Yes, it's of course okay when it is sometimes. But when it is creating a problem in a personal and professional life, then of course you need help.
That is like one of the biggest takeaways from today's discussion, that you should not, use the word depression, that I'm depressed, liberally, because the negative attracts the negative, and it's very important to go for diagnosis if you're feeling so. And then I wanted to ask Monica that you have written a research paper on child abuse. So this is still a very hush hush affair, and we see children talking, taking this feeling of extreme disgust, anger, or whatever the manifestation be it, if they are victims. So how do we safeguard our children so that firstly they don't face something like that, and secondly they would be able to heal themselves, and at least they talk about it, and then definitely the healing process takes place.
So, first of all, I would like to go through the journey that when I was doing the research, because we understand that in India, talking about the child abuse is still a taboo. Like even the people have suffered a lot, they won't talk about it. It's not because the child doesn't want to talk about it. It's because of the parents who have suppressed them not to talk about it, saying that it's wrong. So
Yeah.
I would suggest when we are talking that how we should say that. So first of all, parents should have the open communication with their children. Parents should not sabotage their thoughts, their expressions, what they're expressing, because from the beginning it starts when you are uh, talking to your child. Like suppose the child is of 1 year, maybe when the child starts talking, and okay, you are telling your child, don't say this to one, don't take this from that. You are teaching your child, but how many of us have been teaching the child that what is wrong touch, what is right touch? I believe 1 year person will not, 1 year child will not understand, but he or she has started grasping the words. When we are teaching that child that this is right, this is wrong, slowly and slowly the child is getting it learned. So I would suggest that when the child is growing, from that stage only, wrong touch, right touch has to be taught. So, and open communication, that whatever would happen, you would tell us to us. What happened, like a mother or a father can develop what happened in the school today, this habit. Because today's parents are very busy, that they go to the office, they don't talk to them. There is no open communication with the child. And slowly, the child doesn't know whom to talk to. Even something is in the family, you might have seen the major child abuse cases are there in the family itself, especially I would target there are the family itself. So the people or the parents suppress them. Okay, it will be bad name to our family. It will sometimes bite back to our family. So this has to stop. You can you can say, if you want to really love, if you really love your child, and if you have to be have an open communication with your child. And child abuse, while doing the research, I have come out with so many things that even astonished me to understand that, oh, this is really happening. So while I was doing the research, I thought that I should major my child abuse victims would be females. But in India, I found out 40% were males. That fact has been neglected. Nobody knows till now that the male can be a victim of child abuse.
True. Right.
So even we cannot think of in a daily life, okay, only the
Yeah.
female can be a victim of child abuse.
True.
So that's a different issue, that yes, definitely it should not be taught only to the female child. The things will be taught to both male and female child. So another thing is that I have the conclusions and the results of the research were that they it has a very long term effect. So once you are talking about the child abuse, it is not finished when it had happened. The child or the person develops a long lasting trauma that affects their marital life, because the intimacy is affected. The sometimes the person being an adult, even at the age of 35 to 38, is still uh, terrified if somebody touches that person. So it has very long lasting effect. And some people also have developed the gender identity issues, like especially in the cases where the child abuse is from male to male. So at the age of like 40, I have seen a person coming to me that I don't know what is my gender, though he's married, though he has kids, but he still finds that what is. So while going to the history of that person, we got to know that there was some abuse done from male to male, and still he finds that whether I'm a male or female. Though he has given a birth to a child, though he is married, but still there has been a question to his identity at the age of 40 also. So it has to be healed. When the abuse has been done, it should not be suppressed. Healing starts from acceptance. Once you accept that there is a problem, only then the healing could be done. Otherwise, there is no ways that person could heal. If I won't accept that I have a problem, so I won't be able to heal, because I'm not working on the problem. What I'm working, I'm just ignoring the problem. So most of the times we are in a state of denial. That should not be done, even from the parents, not even from the child. Child should not say that whatever has happened, now move on. the person has to heal in order to move on, because unconsciously or subconsciously there are some effects that the at the age of later ages that comes in front, and then they are not able to tackle them.
You know, it is so alarming when you are talking about child abuse, and almost I got goosebumps when you were talking about the rates in which even, you know, male child is getting the abuse. So that's really sad, and it's just we need to be aware, first of all, that it happens, and second is that we need to talk about it more, so that it is normalized a little bit, right? So that they can also speak up. Okay. So anyways, we move on to the next question, that you're also a well-known freelance corporate trainer, Monica. I would like to take this opportunity to put this question on behalf of all the aspiring corporate trainers, which has this question has actually come up to me several times, and I want you to answer this because I feel that you are the best person to answer this. How do you place yourself as a corporate trainer, and how to pitch yourself as a fresher in this field? Please share your journey also in this.
Okay, before I would like to go ahead with that, before being a corporate trainer, I was a full-time employed. Till 2017, I would say I was a full-time employed. I was in a Russian company, and I was the center head of that company, having a very, very nice payout. So that time, they got a scam in the company, and the company got shut down. So second day, being from the richest person, I was suddenly out of the job. So when I was out of the job, that actually made me realize that, because after that I gave lots of interviews. Some people were not hiring because my pay scale was very high. Some people were not hiring me because the designation was not matching. I mean, they didn't have the designation that I was looking for. So that made me thinking that, okay, I do have so much experience. So first step that took me into the corporate training completely was the rejection. The rejection that I got from the people made me thinking that, okay, now it's time for me to learn something and move ahead. So then when you ask that as a fresher, so first of all, I would suggest that what I did when I pitched as a fresher, so I actually got a complete idea, made a list that what sort of trainings are required in the market. And I actually got an idea, I actually worked on that what are the learnings that I should be getting. So I wrote it down, I jotted down, and then worked on it, and then pitched myself. So I showed them as a skills that now I have the skills because now I have learned. So if somebody has asked the questions regarding that, I was able to answer. And you should be more presentable when you are doing the corporate trainings. Some people want to be the corporate trainers, but they don't want to work on the personality. So the most important thing is that when you're presenting in front of the world, other people, you should talk about your personality to yourself first, work on it, and keep on learning.
So Monica, just tell us about a little more about your book. What is it about, and how was the writing process? How was your publishing journey, and any advice you would like to give to the writers? Because this is, a literary platform, an art and literature platform. So the topic is, very, what to say, very strong and powerful, but we would like to know that how was the writing process for you, so that more people are thinking to write something like this so that they can write.
First of all, I like to show this book of life skills, which I have written. About my publishing journey, first of all, I would like to really thank my publisher, Literature Slide, because they made my work so easy. I mean, I need not to think anything. I just gave them the manuscript. They gone through it. They said what is the improvement required. I did that. Every step, even they were available 24/7. Sometimes I used to message, I used to feel guilty that, okay, I should not call them at around 8 or 9 o'clock. Okay, they usually call me back. Okay, yes, ma'am, this is the issue. Okay, we will do it. So it was very easy journey for me with Literature Slide, to be very true. I did not face any problem in publishing. The manuscript, after I submitted my complete book, and then some suggestions they gave me that I worked on it. They designed the cover for the book. So it was all done very nicely and with very ease. So I did not find any problem with my publisher to be very true. And they did marketing also. So now my book is in top 33 for in anxiety and phobia. Yeah, in like Amazon. So
Congratulations on that. Okay.
so definitely for the writers, I would like to say that just write, just take your heart out when you're writing. Don't just do for the sake of writing, that you need to be an author. When you're putting your heart out, nothing can stop you by giving you a good pitch or good book. So
That's
whatever
very nice.
experience I had, whatever I felt the people would be helped with, I put all the things into the book, and I made this book very active, because engaging, because I have given many activities in that the people can do it by themselves and work on it.
So that was a very useful tip, Monika. And thanks for sharing your writing and publishing journey with us and all the points regarding such, an important issue. So that was lovely talking to you, Monika.
Thank you so much.
And we wish that you and you keep on with your writing endeavors, and all the best from our side. Thanks for your time and taking out time to talk to us over your book and other topics as well.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure actually to come over and talk about my journey, talk about the researches that I have done. I hope it might help some people in certain things, and I would definitely want the people to understand that mental health professionals are not only treating mad people.
Right. So thanks, Monika. And so, friends, that's all for today.
Hope you enjoyed our today's session.
So tell us how did you find today's session in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
We'll meet you soon. Till then, stay safe, stay happy, read more. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.